Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Just Try It DIY. Today I thought I'd try and challenge myself a little bit by making a raised garden box. And I did not want to spend any money on this because I want to try it out, see how it looked. So I'm trying to go out and trying to find stuff out of my salvage pile, little pieces here and there that I've saved over time, and hopefully I can put something together. So I want to see what I can find out there. Hopefully this will be great, and you have a nice little raised garden box you can put anywhere. Have the kids help you out with gardening, put vegetables, flowers, whatever you want. Let's go get started. Like I said, we're going to try and use a lot of this stuff out of used lumber that we had kind of laying around to kind of build this up. So kind of make it a little more rustic, like it's been there for a while. So some of the 2x4s, I'm going to go ahead and make the legs just like we did on the end table. Pair the legs together, put some pocket screws in them so they're not showing, kind of a little more cleaner look. To set up the pocket holes, I used the Craig jig for the HD one to use on 2x4s. To set this all up, line them up with the lines I used before, and then use the bar clamps to try and straighten this board out a little bit. It was a little bit crooked, and these sure did help straighten it out, and with the screws in it, made sure everything was all nice and straight. Alright, now after we got all four of these all put together, now we can go ahead and start setting them up and set the cross beams in here for how long we want this unit to be. I selected only to be about 44 inches long. I didn't want it to be too heavy to be able to move. It is being all built out of all solid lumber, so it is going to be kind of heavy when it's all done. So I just put one screw in the top corners just to be able to kind of square everything up. So now it looks like we're ready to flip things over and put together the bottom part of this. Now, the bottom part of this, we're doing the same thing we did at the top. I just lowered it down from the top, or the bottom, so to speak, just to make sure if it is set on some uneven ground or something, it has some places you can kind of push it down in there. So, ready to go. Got that done. We can go ahead and switch back over to the top, start putting the sides on to get the depth of this flower box put in. Alright, so now we're working on the inside of this box here. I found some tongue and groove 2x8s that I had laying around and put those in here, measured them to fit the inside. It just across the bottom. This worked out really nice. This fit across there, should support plenty of the soil or anything that you put in here. Shouldn't have any problem with that. And then for the finish off, just go ahead and measure this out. Show you, I got about 9.5 inches of depth here. That should work just fine. Alrighty, now we get to go to the inside of the box. We picked out some landscape fabric, cut the ends off, and we're going to staple it all down, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. This is the one spot where I had to break my rule that said I was going to use all reclaimed materials. I couldn't find a little piece that I wanted to use for the top, so I broke down and used a picket board that I had for a fence. Went ahead and put some pilot holes in it to kind of countersink the screws down. Put some new screws in it and work my way around the edge, mitering the four corners, make them look nice. Now you can check it out, see it from the top. It looks kind of nice, kind of blow out all the dust and everything. And then we're going to go ahead and start sanding down the top edges, make sure we don't have anything to give somebody a splinter off of. And now finally we get to put some outside tin on this beast. I did use the Ryobi metal shears to cut this with. It was a little difficult, but they do get it done. If you had some flat sheet metal, it would work much easier. After getting everything all cut for length, now we on the sides, we have to kind of trim this out to make sure it fits in there for the width. We went ahead and got it trimmed out, Got it fastened in there with some pole barn screws that are the same color as the sheet metal. Got them all attached. But I didn't want to. I want to hide that top edge a little bit, so we trimmed it off with a little piece of the trim that was left over. Alright, we get to play with fire a little bit on this one, since we ended up having to use some brand new wood on the top. So use the torch to try to give it a little bit of an aged look, and this will finish off this project. Oh yeah! Hey, so I think this video really turned out pretty good. The raised flower bed is actually a real success. It's going to look great out in the yard, and we'll be able to use it easily for any plants, or even a couple little tomato plants or something like that. So I think it's a success. If you like this video, hey, click the subscribe, give me a thumbs up, throw me back some comments. Maybe there's something else you'd like to see. See you next time.